John Deegan is so certain that there is no reason to suspect the story of WWE being trapped in Saudi Arabia and held hostage. There's no reason to suspect that's not true. But guys, listen, there's no reason to suspect that story is not true, even though WWE says it directly is not true. What's going on, guys? I'm Bomber from Jobber Radio, and I don't even really know where to start with this next topic. The whole WWE Saudi Arabia, agreement has, completely blown up after Crown Jewel. All kinds of stuff has, reportedly gone down, and just as I would expect and some others would expect, nobody knows what's really happening. So if you're slightly out of the loop, this is what was originally reported of what happened. Everybody heard that there was flight delays, there were problems, there were things, with WWE Superstars and talent, I guess maybe production as well. I'm not 100% sure on everybody involved, but a good majority of the people were not able to get out of Saudi Arabia on time and get to SmackDown the very next night. And we all know travel things happen, some, flights delayed, just stuff happens, but hold on a minute. Of course, in the wrestling world, the whole drama that, is involved in everything, it can't be that simple, can it? You go through all the WWE dirt sheets, and of course, we got ads on every. Look at this. Ads, ads, ads. First of all, oh my God, that is one of the worst things about the dirt sheets. They're almost as bad as actual news websites, which I always say, because I work in the news business, always the worst websites in the world are local news websites. So as a lot of these other dirt sheets like to do, they take what Dave Meltzer has said, and again, I don't specifically know if he was even the one and if these are his exact words, but you always hear Dave Meltzer said this, Dave Meltzer said that. So the bottom line and the gist of it is Dave Meltzer apparently, again, I don't know exactly if this is correct. This is what everybody else is reporting, of course. I like how their reports come off of somebody's secondhand, other second. It's like fourth-hand reporting in the dirt sheet world. I love it. Epstein's suicide cover-up trending in the United States. Oh my God. Anyway, apparently, as the story goes, Vince McMahon and the WWE was owed a lot of money. I believe I saw somewhere between, $400 million or $500 million that the Saudi Arabia government owed WWE for this event or for their previous events, and they weren't getting that money, so apparently Vince cut the live feed or aired it on tape delay in Saudi Arabia, and that caused the government to get mad, and Vince McMahon flew out early, and he got out of the country so he wouldn't get hurt, I guess. And then you had the government slow down the WWE Superstars and, the crew from getting out of the city, or country rather, sorry. That led to a lot of people saying, oh, well, this is perfect. WWE can get out of this giant contract, because a lot of fans have a lot of problems with WWE being in Saudi Arabia right now. And, whatever, side of the fence you're on, that is what it is. But for right now, the story that's presented itself is that WWE, screwed over Saudi because they were being screwed over, and then Saudi once again screwed over WWE by holding their people hostage. So there were a couple WWE superstars who said, oh, we're not going to work in Saudi Arabia anymore. We're not going to go. We're not going to do this. And a couple of these dirt sheets, whatever the fuck Wrestle News with a Z is, the mix. I've never heard of this before. Just, of course, more stuff out there floating around. You get Carl Anderson said, couldn't pay me enough to go back. Well, that's not true. I need a second pool. So, yeah, and his wife chimed in and said, we need a second house, not a pool. Don't go back ever again. We can't have people, we can't have their daddy, the kid's daddy being held hostage and all that stuff. So, yes, obviously Carl Anderson is, trolling around. He's like, well, I'm not going back. Well, if you pay me enough, I will. Because, money's money. And then I love this sentence here. It says, if this is indeed correct, and there's no reason to suspect it's not. I love the parentheses right there. And there's no reason at all to suspect it's not. Now, I'm not sitting here and I'm not saying this is not what happened, because I don't know what happened. I have no idea if this whole story that was brought up is true or not. It could be a true story. It could be a fake news story. Who knows? But the fact is that somebody is so certain, whoever this writer is, who wrote this article? Where's the name of this person? John Deegan is so certain that there is no reason to suspect the story of WWE being trapped in Saudi Arabia and held hostage. There's no reason to suspect that's not true. And now they say the Saudi Arabia deal is in jeopardy, but then again, guess what happened? No. WWE came out, first of all, they denied everything. They said that's not the reason that everything went down. And they have actually stated that, you know, the partnership is still strong. They said that they expanded their live partnership through 2027, which I think the agreement was already for 2027 to begin with, but they did. It will include a second annual large-scale event. And then, of course, you got the people that no matter what WWE does, or, you know, anything they do with Saudi Arabia is not good. You got, this is a yikes. They got, we got, what about the rumors Dave Meltzer made of some people believe? Thanks, Vince, for making Dave always cry. You got, everybody's going to AEW, of course. You got Vince making money, which, by the way, he and the WWE are making a lot of money out of this. And everybody's just automatic. Yeah, a lot of AEW. What the fuck is wrong? Yeah, a lot of stuff like that, of course, is always going to come out whenever you have anything involved with Saudi Arabia. Now, to me personally, I think this really hurts the fact that, like, WWE did a very good thing by having the first ever women's match, and I don't care that they were all covered up. Yes, they wore bodysuits, they wore shirts. They were panning the camera around the crowd. You saw the women. You saw how happy they were. You saw, like, it was super emotional. I watched the entire show, and it was a big deal. It had a big deal feel. But then you go online, you hear everybody, you hear the dirt sheets, you hear everybody talking about these things that, who cares? They were covered up. They couldn't be themselves. This, like, guys, you're never going to be satisfied, no matter what. First of all. Okay, now that's the sidetrack. Let's get back to this whole held hostage type deal. So WWE denied Crown Jewel flight issues had anything to do with the Saudis owing WWE money. That is according to this dirt sheet, which is contradicting everything that we just talked about. So apparently, according to this, Alfred Kanua of Forbes reached out to WWE for comment and reports that they swiftly denied they owed the owed money allegations that were first brought up by the former WWE and AAA announcer Hugo. Now this guy apparently is the one who reached out to Dave, or reached out to, sorry, I said Dave. I don't know if it was Dave. That's just everything I read is, you know, stems from Dave. Now, whether it does, I don't know. But this guy, I did hear that he was the one that, you know, said that the WWE was owed money and that people were being held hostage and they're taking off the flight and stuff. Now, this guy is, now, if this is all false, this guy is in a lot of fucking trouble. This guy is going to get fired, the bottom line. WWE told this Kanua guy, Kanua. So WWE told this Forbes guy that the TV feed issues in the kingdom were entirely unrelated to anything regarding payment. WWE reiterated that mechanical issues were the cause of the flight delay, pointing to how Atlas Air, the charter company, also issued an apology for the mechanical issues. So you have these completely different stories, and I know there are people out there that don't trust WWE. They hate WWE. They're this giant, you know, mean, evil company. Vince McMahon is the devil. This whole thing, WWE is out to get everybody. They hate their superstars. They hate their employees. They hate everybody. WWE is bad. Now, that could be true. It could be true. They could be this evil empire. Vince McMahon could be the worst person on the planet that you always read about. But I have a hard time feeling that everything WWE does is evil. Yes, they made a deal with Saudi Arabia government. Saudi Arabia government has done a lot of things. They are not really progressive. They're trying to be, which people say, you know, they just don't believe it. Like, people can't change their ways. WWE is trying to go in there and be a part of this, you know, movement that Saudi Arabia is trying to do. It seems like they're trying to be progressive. Yes, it takes time and all that kind of stuff. They killed, you know, the reporter guy. They've done a lot of bad things. Of course they have. But WWE, just because they're going in there for the money, does not mean they're obviously this terrible, horrible corporation. I mean, maybe I'm the bad guy too. Maybe I'm a horrible person as well. But when I'm looking to further the revenue of my company, to, you know, expand the eyes that get on the product, maybe I am also in that bad guy realm. I totally may be that guy. I could be. But WWE going to Saudi Arabia seems like a good business decision. Now, that's just my opinion and my thought. I could be wrong. I know you're going to tell me by commenting down below or hitting that dislike button, and that's fine if you do. I respect your opinion. I do. I really do. But this tinfoil hat that is always on these dirt sheet writers' heads and everybody that's so involved in the, you know, the hardcore underbelly, underground wrestling community, everything is not a conspiracy. Like, it's mind-boggling to see how quickly any rumor can just jump out and people latch on to it, and they automatically take their opinion of whoever wrote whatever piece, whoever the fuck wrote this. What was this guy's name again? John Deegan. Like, people can read that like I did, and guys, listen, there's no reason to suspect that story is not true, even though WWE says it directly is not true. By the way, just going to say this right now. Shout out AEW Records, by the way. Here at Java Radio, we keep track of everything. I do, personally, every show I go through, and I mark down who got a win, who got a loss. We're talking television, dark match records, special event like pay-per-views, big events like that. Hey, we don't have all these fucking ads you see everywhere else on every other website. If you want to know what somebody's record is in AEW, I got you covered. JobberRadio.com/AEW Records. So, for you people, let's go back to it. For you people, this is on the New York Post, this stuff here. Now, like, it goes through and it says, literally, the plane's owner, the Atlas Air, issued a statement saying that the aircraft is being repaired and being inspected and certified before returning to service. Yes, people automatically just jump in this. Well, that doesn't add up. WWE's evil, Saudi Arabia's evil. No way it could be an actual repair issue or a mechanical issue. And again, I could be wrong. It totally could. You all could be right in this whole, tinfoil hat gang. You guys could all be right in this. I don't think everything's so evil as we all believe. But again, that's just my opinion. I think you got this Saudi Arabia government that's trying to turn around their image. They're trying to make this push to be more progressive. They're trying not to look like pieces of shit. They're trying their best. And guys, this stuff has happened in the United States. We have done really terrible things in the past. Hello, slavery. We've done stupid, dumb shit in the past, and it took us, we didn't switch overnight. It took, and we're still dealing with this dumb shit right now. So it takes a while to progress. Who knows? Maybe Saudi Arabia, yes, they're not this, this super squeaky clean country, but maybe they really are trying to turn things around. And for everybody to just automatically say they'll never turn it around, they'll never, become more progressive and stuff. And why, hate on the WWE for trying to make money while trying to also make changes as well. And I know some people are going to say, I know you're going to go out there and say, well, WWE is never going to be able to make a change. They just want the blood money and all this kind of stuff. Guys, I hate to say it, but you guys are the ones that aren't willing to make a change as well. You may hate me for saying it. I'm super sorry. But you guys are the ones that aren't willing to make a change as well. Try to let things progress. Try to be a little supportive, especially for the women over there. We had Natalya. We had Lacey Evans. Yes, Natalya couldn't stop smiling even when she got locked in a submission move. But it was a huge deal for them. I'm sure it was a huge deal for the women in that crowd and for the women that were watching. I had goosebumps watching it myself. And try to look at least some positive coming out of this stuff. Yes, there's a lot of money being exchanged. Yes, there's a lot of bad things that Saudi Arabia has done, and WWE has, done bad things as well. But maybe not everything is so evil. That's just my thought. I know I rambled a lot. I know I did. But maybe this Saudi Arabia thing, maybe by 2027 when I'm probably going to be dead by then, but who knows? Maybe everything will be a little bit better. Maybe we'll have normal women's matches, multiple women's matches. Maybe we'll have all the kinds of other stuff. Just for the love of God, stop being so negative on everything is what I'm trying to say. And I know it's the easy and fun thing to do, but you're not helping anybody out. And even the company's stock is even dropping because of these rumors that came out. It's crazy. And I know those that hate WWE, that's what you want. I know that. I understand. So let me know down below, guys. I know I'm in the extreme minority that doesn't have a major problem with WWE being in Saudi Arabia. I enjoyed the shows. In fact, Crown Jewel was the best Saudi Arabia show that I think we've got, besides maybe the Greatest Royal Rumble, but I'm a little, a little more biased towards Royal Rumble since I love them so much. But the show was actually pretty good. There was a couple little stinkers in there, but I thought it was a pretty good show overall. So, and all that's going to get thrown out the window. Nobody's going to care. Everybody's going to talk about people who got held hostage and probably let off the plane, gunpoint and shit. It's crazy. And I'm not going to sit here and say Dave Meltzer was the one. Everybody blame Dave Meltzer, because I honestly don't know. I do see the other websites, the other dirt sheets, all pointing to Dave Meltzer. I do see that, but again, I don't necessarily know that he was the one that started that direct exact quote of this big conspiracy going on. Like I said, I'm sorry, this video is too long. Let me know down below, what do you think? Tell me how wrong I am, because I know you're dying to if you've got this far into the video. But that's it, guys. Hit us up on Twitter, @JobberRadio. We're going to be coming with some really fun stuff in the near future, I promise you. Okay? I promise you that. So, and who knows, maybe I'll come on here and get some more unpopular opinions as well. I'll definitely do that. Either way, it'll be unpopular. So that's it. We'll see you guys on the next video.